Thank you for tuning in to the best parenting show on the internet, Post Daily Dose.
It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post.
Hey guys, happy Sunday. Just coming straight out of church, and first, we're masking up. I know there's a lot of people that get really concerned about the public gatherings and church worship, so we're being as safe as we can here in Oklahoma. But man, there's so much power in getting back together. Boy, some really strong energy. And today's message was just really incredible, and it inspired me. It's been a while since I've come on and given a little Facebook Live on a Sunday. So it just inspired me to want to talk to you a little bit. Hey, Mimi, how's it going? Anyway, in the service, lots talked about, but what really struck me was when my pastor started talking about Romans 2:4, and I didn't write the entire scripture down, but what I did write down is this phrase: His kindness is intended to turn you from your sin. His kindness is intended to turn you from your sin. And what that led to was our pastor drawing out what the gospel teaches us and what is intended in the gospel. And it is that you're loved, that you're worthy, that you're forgiven, accepted, and how oftentimes we're working just to get that. Like, in the worldly perspective, that is not something that we're just given. Like, we actually have to work to feel worthy. We have to work to feel loved. We have to work to feel accepted. And I thought about that, and he talked about that even as a parenting paradigm, that if our kids started every day feeling loved and worthy and forgiven and good enough, and they were able to start every day just from that space, knowing assuredly that love was unconditionally available to them, that we weren't here to punish them, we're here to teach them, we're here to guide them, we're here to walk it out with them, how much different it would be. He gave this beautiful, he acted up this really awesome, he's so animated, and I'm sure I'll share it on my personal Facebook page and to the Lovolution, but he did this beautiful little like one-man skit about, how do we behave as children when we are fearful, when our only means of being taught is through punishment. His kindness is intended to turn you from your sin. His kindness is intended to teach you and guide you, to turn you. That's God. That's God. And who are we then coming behind with all these ideas of rigidity and punitive natures and harsh punishments? When we are afraid, we hide. We hide ourselves. We hide our needs. We hide our heart. When we feel like we have to perform in order to receive love, we're driven in anxiety and perfectionism. And when we fall short of that, we experience depression and shame and guilt. And eventually, we decide we don't want to play the game anymore. Like, I don't care about your love anymore, because you're never going to give it to me. So when your kids come at you with the, I don't want to be loved, I don't want to be your family, I can't accept that, there's so many levels to it. I know we have to figure out, how do they need to be loved? Especially when love wasn't what their experience was in the womb and in those earliest years. If they've always perceived themselves from a place of unworthiness, how do we patiently, think about how patient God has been with us. How gentle and kind, understanding and patient. I'm 53 years old. I've been so protected and guided and graced by God, because I'm a mess, you know. If I can start my day with the gospel in my heart, my own heart, if I can start my day being plugged into feeling unconditionally loved, to being in the presence of love, you know, just walking in that space of knowing that I'm loved, that I'm forgiven, that I can reach out and love is right there for me any minute of any day, for me to just cling to that. And if I can walk in that, and then think about how then if I'm walking in my unconditional love, then I can offer that in the life of my child. I can continue to walk in unconditional love and grace. But, you know, especially when our kids have come from really, really tough places and they've not had that experience of worthiness and acceptance and unconditional love and patience and kindness, when they've not experienced that and they're not walking in that, we really do. We have to tap in to a greater energy source, and you have to tap into other people. Like, you know, I was just talking about how great it was to be gathered. And, you know, honestly, I think there might have been 20 people at church today, maybe 20, maybe not even that many. But it doesn't matter how many. It's not about the numbers. It's just about the fact that we could gather together. We could connect in love. We could connect to love. We could celebrate together. We could learn together, and we could grow together. And what an incredible experience it was. And so I wanted to come and share the message that I got today. I want to encourage you guys. The other thing that I grabbed early on that I wanted to be sure and share with you from the message was, the generous will prosper. If you saw my handwriting, you would see why I'm struggling. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will then themselves be refreshed. Those who refresh others will then themselves be refreshed. Take this day, find some moments to refresh your heart, refresh your spirit, tap into the goodness, tap into love, visit somebody that boosts your heart. I'm going to call you Mimi because I need a good laugh and I need your opinion on this hair. Call somebody that you love, that you can just chat it up about life and get poured into, and then just spread that. So have a blessed day today. Love your loves. Tonight when you go to bed, take one thing, one precious moment from the day, and blow it up, and let that be what you become the building blocks for your family. Tap into the goodness. Much love, you guys. Happy Sunday.